All right, the show goes on. The show goes on. I'm going to be talking to the Ghana Stammering Association, and you'll be wondering, Stammering Association? Yes, they want to give us a few pointers and some education so that when we are with our colleagues who happen to stammer, we will understand certain things. So they are here today to have a chat with us. Let me introduce the first one. Put your hands together and show some style. Love for Elias. There we go. There we go. Then back. Oh, I see they didn't teach you. Okay. Please have a seat here. And the next guy is Tom. Is this way, that, back, that. Okay. Oh, okay.
Thank you for having me on your show.
Welcome to the show, man.
Thank you.
Good to have you. Elias, and is it Thomas or Tom?
You can call me Tom.
Tom, okay.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Elias and Tom. Well, this is the Ghana Stammering Association. Yes. That's yeah. And I have never heard about it, you know. I know there are stammerers in Ghana, but I didn't know there was an association. What is the objective? I'll start with you.
Yes, so stammering is a very sensitive issue to the person who stammers. It can be a silent killer. It negatively impacts on the lives of people who stammer, but to the ignorance of many. Okay, I should say many people who don't stammer.
Yeah.
They don't feel the impact that it has on people who stammer. So in some countries, there are associations to create that awareness about stammering and to offer support to all whose lives have been affected by stammering. And for all these while, we haven't had any of such organization to support persons who stammer. So it was imperative for the GSA to be set up to offer support to people who stammer and create the awareness so that others can begin to understand what stammering is really like and then the impacts that it has on people who stammer and how they can support these people for them to live a successful life in spite of their stammer. So that's the objective of setting up this organization. And then it's our vision that in the not too distant future, we would have an environment that would openly embrace people who stammer. Yes, so that is our vision.
That's the vision.
Someday, everybody understands what stammering is about, and then we don't treat it as a very strange subject or a strange condition.
Okay. So you stammer, obviously.
Yes,
but
stammer.
you're speaking so fluently and so slowly. Is there a conscious? What are you doing to make it come out so smoothly?
Yes. So stammering cannot be. There is no cure as yet to stammering, unfortunately, but there is a lot you can do to improve upon your speech or have a control over your speech. And then for me, what people know is that stammering is all about what you hear when you get stuck on words, when you repeat words, when you prolong words. That is what people think it's stammering. But actually, there's another aspect to stammering that people really need to be aware about. Now, the negative feelings associated with stammering is another aspect that we really need to look at. So the embarrassment that you feel when you stammer, the lack of self-confidence, self-esteem, because you think you might probably stammer in public. These are all part of stammering. And then stammering is described by an iceberg analogy, where just a little part of the iceberg, it's found on top of the water, and then the greater part of it is under the water.
Yeah.
So for me, I've been able to work on that part under the water.
Under the water.
So to work on the fear not to stammer, and then even if I stammer confidently.
Yeah.
It is about getting across what I want to say, and not how I say it. So for me, that has been the trick for me. It's really worked for me.
Show some love, man. Show some love. And Tom, what have you found as the most difficult part of being a stammerer in society?
Okay, so in the UK or over here?
Over here, wherever your experience is, yeah.
So I, of course, am a person who stammers, but I'm also a qualified speech and language therapist as well. So I work with people who stammer all of the time. Over here, I think there's not as much awareness as there are in countries in Europe. So people are more likely to laugh when you mention the word, and people, I think, because it's not an illness that affects the way you walk or the way you stand, it's not regarded as the same as any physiological illness. But as he was saying, actually, stammering has a huge, long-lasting psychological impact on a person's life. If you take your own life, for example, how would you feel if you woke up tomorrow morning and you couldn't speak to your partner or your children? If you came into work and you couldn't speak to us? If you went to the shop and you couldn't order what you wanted to order? If you felt like you told a taxi driver where you wanted to go, he laughed at you. So actually you can see that it's not just to do with repeating sounds, stretching sounds, there's a lot more. And over, let's say you become aware of your stammer when you're 4 or 5, let's say
do not feel comfortable when they are being teased or ridiculed. And then obviously if for me, if I should see somebody making jokes out of stammering, I feel very bad. I feel that they're not being creative enough.
It's a cheap way out.
Yes. It's a very, very cheap way out. I think that there are loads of things that they can make jokes about and not stammering. Yes, it's been sort of a cliche now that everybody wants to crack jokes around stammering. And then these are some of the things that we want to get
Create the
across,
awareness,
that you don't need to laugh at somebody who stammers. You don't need to ridicule somebody who stammers, because it can seriously damage their self-confidence. And then you might think that, oh, it's just one of those things, you are having fun, but inside the person feels very, very, very hurt. And then I've had my own experiences where, you know, I went to a boys' school, and then all that. You know, being in a boys' school, you get a lot of teasing, bullying, and then all that. Sometimes you cannot react instantly, but you just soak the you know, pain inside. So we want the general public to know that stammering is no laughing matter, yes, at all. It seriously damages people's self-confidence when they are being laughed at. So it's something that we should all desist from.
Okay, okay. Show some love, man. Thomas, you're a speech therapist?
Yes, yes.
That's very interesting because you have the impairment of being a stammerer, but you teach speech.
Yeah.
Those that are watching, if there's anyone that's watching that also has this condition, stammering,
Yeah.
what is the help? What is the way out that you can recommend?
Like you said earlier, there is no cure,
No cure,
at
yeah.
the moment, and I don't know if there will
Yeah.
ever be a cure.
No,
Can't
but
say that.
Is there any exercises to help them cope?
So there are lots of things that you can do, but when I do one-to-one work, it's important that we tailor tailor the activities to meet the person's needs. So if someone's got low self-esteem, you'd work on the low self-esteem. If somebody is extremely negative towards themselves, you'd work on that. If someone doesn't really have that, but they maybe repeat, so repeat, you'd give them an activity. So what we do is we teach them fluency enhancing techniques that help them to regain control over their talking. And I think it's really important that even though we do have those techniques won't work on their own. You need to work on the self-esteem and all of those other factors as well.
Fantastic, fantastic. So, is there a number that somebody can call?
Yes.
If they need any assistance to stammerers who are really battling with low self-confidence and other things, is there any number you can leave?
Yes, we have an active WhatsApp platform.
Okay.
Yes, and then that we give support to each other, and yes, there is a number, and I'm also going to announce our social media platform so that you know, people can follow. So if you want to join this association, you can call 0246288770, 0246288770, and also you can like our page on Facebook. So you get on Facebook and Ghana Stammering Association, Ghana Stammering Association, and on Twitter at @IStammerGH. @IStammerGH.
Well, folks, you're seeing all the links on your screen right now. The phone number, the Facebook page, and the Twitter handle is all on your screen right now. And those that are watching, and I'm sure there are many, might want to get in touch for whatever reason that they have. Yeah, it's been really, really, really good. Thank you so much for coming. Let me take your final words, and I'll take his, and then any conclusion.
Yes. So what I want to say is that stammering is a very sensitive issue. If you don't experience it, you wouldn't feel the pain. And then as a people, we should try and support each other. So we have some information on our various social media platforms on ways of helping somebody who stammers or communicating effectively with somebody who stammered. So I would entreat all to get on our social media platforms and then get this information and then help somebody who has a stammer. And if you want to pledge your support for this organization, you believe it's a worthy cause and you want to pledge your support, you can still get in touch on the same number that I just gave out.
Okay, beautiful. Tom?
I would just like to maybe give some quick tips for
Okay.
how to speak to someone who stammers, you know, so actually don't focus on how they're speaking, focus on the words they are using, retain really good eye contact with them, show that you're interested and actually take your time while speaking, because that allows the person who stammers to take their own time as well.
Fantastic, man. Show them some love, man. Very, very, very educative, and I'm glad we had the chance to listen to you and see what you guys go through and what you are eventually hoping the awareness that you're trying to create. And I'm sure this will go a long way. All right? Thank you so much. One more time for them. And stick around.